Hey guys, it's Chris from Steeda, and today we have another edition of Meet the Team with Riley McDowell, who works in our product development department, and his stunning 98 GT, which is now bright Atlantic blue.
That's right.
Riley, tell us a little bit about the car.
So I got the car through a trade. I had a 1992 300ZX. A little bit of a handful. It was reliable for the time for me, but I needed to get my hands on something else. And I had started at Steeda a couple months prior, so I was like, well, let me see what's out there. And a Mustang came my way. He offered it in the trade. Was originally green and had a pretty good dent in the rear quarter panel on the passenger side. Bad clutch and a couple other issues, but it was better than the risk I was taking with the 300ZX, and I could get parts from Steeda, so I decided to take a chance on it. Drove it home, quite an adventurous drive home with my father, but
needing a clutch, obviously.
Yeah, it was some interesting stops there, but yeah, we made it home one piece. It was interesting, and here we are today. It's come a long ways.
Now, you did some of the body work yourself on it before getting painted, right?
That's right, yeah. College budget. So I was just doing whatever I could to get it along and to a certain point, and got a budget paint job on it, and I plan on getting it repainted or wrapped sometime in the future. Just clean it up a little bit more.
Nice. And you did something with the transmission as well, right?
Yeah, so a little while back, I picked up a engine and transmission from an 03-04 Mustang GT.
Gotcha.
Came as a set. I drove out long ways in my other project vehicle with no exhaust on it, and picked up that combination, and I dropped in the TR3650 out of an 03-04 Mustang. I actually rebuilt it myself.
Wow.
I actually polished it, believe it or not, and then threw it in the Mustang. So.
And you did that on Jack and Jack stands too, didn't you?
Jack and Jack stands.
Good for you, man. That's awesome.
Dirt yard.
Oh.
No concrete. So yeah.
But you learned and you did it. It's done.
Yeah.
And you drove it here.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's been driving for several months now, so hasn't let me down.
That's awesome. So what else do you have done with the car?
When I got it, it had a BBK cold air intake on it, MSD, coil packs, trick flow, plenum. It does not have the PI swap, but I have the parts for the PI swap.
Nice.
Which is the engine that I picked up. I also have energy suspension, sway bar end links, the 92 Drag Star, Dark Star wheels on here. Then these are street tires, but they're just to get me through to the end of college. Little things here and there, steel lower control arms, obviously Steeda shifter.
Awesome.
Steeda shift knob. I've got a different head unit in here, a Kenwood unit.
Nice.
Little subwoofer, 8-inch subwoofer. I'm probably forgetting some things, but yeah, little things here and there.
That's awesome. So what do you plan to do with the car next?
Plans are first mechanical stuff. I've got to figure out what I want to do with the engine proceeding. I could do the PI swap, but looking at cost power, I'm not sure how I want to proceed with that. Those heads that I got would need a little bit of love, so it may not be my best decision to put more money into those. But aside from that, I have some 373 Ford Performance chemically polished gears.
Nice.
That I plan to put in the back of there.
That should help get some pickup for sure.
Yeah, that'll really make a difference. And I noticed a little bit of a pickup with the TR3650 transmission.
Because of the gearing change.
Yeah, the gearing change is a little bit different. So that'll be a nice combination there. Then with the interior of the seats, I plan to do the S550 interior swap.
Really? Okay.
And on some of the forums, if you look, the rear seats, you fold the top corners, and it's almost a bolt-in for the rear seats and the front seats.
Gotcha.
And I'd like to do the EcoBoost cloth seats and then just a slider. I prefer sliders to the electric stuff.
Makes sense.
And
it's lighter.
it's lighter, it's easier to use, and less work on my part. So.
Are any adapters needed for that?
I don't believe so.
Nice.
I'll kind of wing it. But if I have to make adaptive brackets, I'll just make them as I go.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. Then the interior, the center trim piece, I picked up a doubled in center trim piece from one of the guys at work, and I plan on fitting an iPad in, taking inspiration from Matt Hinchke.
The Fox body.
Yeah, the Fox body, who did a previous video, Meet the Team. I need to do something with the steering wheel because it needs some love.
Exactly. Well, cool. So what exactly got you into cars and Mustangs in general? You said you had a 300ZX?
Yeah, so coming into getting into cars, I would say, I mean, Hot Wheels and video games when I was little had the biggest influence. After I got the 300ZX, I come to find out my dad had a 1992 Nissan Sentra that he had outfitted to look like a SER, which is pretty neat. It was also black at the time, same year as mine. So that was a pretty neat thing to find out. And yeah, after I got into the 300ZX, you know, just kind of wanted to get another sports car. I didn't want to give up the sports car. I really loved it, but yeah, I just put an option out there to trade, and the Mustang came along and made sense. So that's how I fell into the Mustang.
Awesome. And what's your best memory behind the wheel of this thing?
Best memory behind the wheel? Some donuts in a rather public parking lot in Mexico. In the rain with a good friend of the car. That's what I'd say.
All right, Riley, thank you so much for taking the time, man.
Thanks for having me.
Go ahead and comment below. Let us know if you have any questions for Riley. It's so awesome to see someone of his age working on a jack and jack stands, dropping transmissions in the dirt and getting his hands dirty on a car like this, on a build like this. Hit that like and subscribe button, that notification bell, and don't forget the most important thing.
Speed matters.